This live coverage of the Alabama Bass Trail 100 Series has been presented by Amherst Credit Union and is sponsored by Phoenix Boats, Landers McLarty Chevrolet, McGraw-Webb Chevrolet, Jax, Garmin, Rapala, VMC, Crush City, Pro Guide Batteries, Mountain Dew, TH Marine, American Baitworks, and Sweet Home Alabama.
Hello, friends and neighbors, and welcome to stop number 3 of the 2024 Alabama Bass Trail 100 Series here at beautiful Wheeler Lake. We are going to hand out a lot of money today. We're going to hand out these amazing Championship Angler of the Year belts. But first, we're going to kick things off like we do at each and every Alabama Bass Trail event by honoring this great nation with the playing of our national anthem. The Alabama Bass Trail 100 Series presented by Phoenix Boats has been 3 events. We started all the way back in January at the Snow Bowl, as we all affectionately refer to it as, 14 degrees at takeoff. And we had an amazing event there, one of our most viewed tournaments ever. Then we went to Weiss Lake on the Coosa River in June, and we are ending things here today on the Tennessee River. And let's weigh some bass. Miss Kay, do you want to say a few things right here? Daniel Montgomery just said, Miss Kay's standing right there. Ladies and gentlemen, the director of the Alabama Bass Trail and the person that makes it all happen. No. Guess what? The season is almost over. Here we are at your former home lake. You did move right down the road, but I think we're going to have a pretty awesome weigh-in here today.
I do too. You know, it's always fun coming to Wheeler. I only moved a couple months ago, so I still feel like it's my home lake. It's always great to be here. They roll out the red carpet for us. The Decatur Morgan County Tourism Board do a phenomenal job with all kind of sporting events throughout the year. And I know they're kind of winding down their year as well, but what a way to kick it off than an Alabama Bass Trail 100. I want to thank the guys that fish with us, thank the guys and gals back home that support these anglers to come out and fish with us. Thank my team, the live team, the TV crew, the Alabama Bass Trail crew, the Golden Girls, everybody that makes this thing work. It's a really special group of individuals, and I'm just proud to be associated with them.
Well, we are proud you let us all hang out with you, Miss Kay. Let's weigh some bass. Shout out to Daniel Montgomery for saving my job. Boat number 19, Danny Shell and John Dalton Miller. How are you guys doing today? We've got 1188 for 5. I know that's probably not what you want. We're going to weigh a big one, though.
Right. I mean, it was tough. We're blessed to just have 5. It could have been a lot worse, but obviously we had a lot higher goals in mind. So,
well, let's see what this one weighs for Mountain Dew Big Bass. It'll be 314, and currently that's 418. We appreciate you guys fishing with us, and we'll see you down the road. Currently, we got John Kellett and Robert Story on top. They had 1549. They weighed in before the weigh-in officially kicked off. They had a 418 Mountain Dew Big Bass. All right, boat 21, Brian Stifler and Wesley Gore. We spent a lot of time with these guys on live, and they're going to be your new leader. 1653 for Stifler and Gore. They finally started biting around a little bit, sounds like, Wesley.
I don't know if you'd call it biting, but we made it work. Yeah, we got one.
418, our Mountain Dew Big Bass right now. We're going to weigh one for Big Bass. And so we saw it when we left live, you thought you had about 14, so it looks like some upgrades happened this afternoon.
Yeah, I caught one more while y'all were on live this evening, but it was like a 2 3/4. But we ended up catching one more 3-pounder, but it slowed down a lot. You know, the main place we were fishing, they ended up not biting all day, and we'd get one here and there, but it wasn't nothing like yesterday.
Still a great day. And let me ask you this. You helped us out at Lay Lake as a camera boat operator. Do you think having Darian Craig in your boat cost you catching 20 pounds today? The fact that he was there at Lay, living a little black cloud around?
I don't know. He didn't seem like too bad of luck. Every time he pulled up, they did quit biting, though. I will say that.
I tried to warn you this morning. All right. Let's see. Hold him up out here for Mr. Jared, and then right here for Jason Duran. Y'all know the drill. Mr. Stifler, good to see you, buddy. 16:53 for Stifler and Gore. Had to work hard for him today. Wasn't easy out there, to say the least, on Wheeler Lake. Up next, we got Ken Walters and Dallas Weldon. They know all about winning money on the Alabama Bass Trail, and they've got 5 that are going to go. Another good bag. 15-22. Great job today.
Yeah, my man caught some fish, so.
So you just said avoid you. Talk now. Well, how did you catch them then?
No, I'm just dragging around. We ride about 50 miles from here up behind the Gunnersville Dam. So that's where we sat all day.
So you're saying fingers crossed for some of this $100,000 payday today to pay for some gas. Let's hold them up out here. Great job. Ken Walters and Dallas Weldon going to have them in 3rd place right now early in the weigh-in. Hoping for some gas money after that long boat ride. Right here for Jared out front. Up next, we've got boat number 12. Lynn and Andrew Johnson. They've got a 5-fish limit. Another good bag of Wheeler bass. 13.42 on the day. How'd you catch those?
Well, we started off this morning, caught a few on top water, and then caught one on the chatterbait, and then we just went jump fishing the rest of the day. Had them last 2 fish we couldn't get rid of. We needed to cull them 2 out. So,
do you think the fog affected that topwater bite? We heard that from a lot of guys on live. Was that y'all's experience?
oh yeah, absolutely. That was crazy.
It was weird. It just showed up, and now we got this beautiful day in Decatur, Alabama. But it was like a Stephen King movie for a little bit.
Yeah, it was. It was about 10 o'clock before it cleared up.
We appreciate you guys fishing with us. We'll see you down the road. Up next, boat number 9, Charles Cummings and Dylan Green with 5 fish. 10.61 today, one of those double-digit limits, but needed a couple more big ones.
Yeah, I fished by myself today, but that wasn't the reason. I just didn't catch them.
Sometimes it goes like that. We appreciate you, Charles. Well. Been hearing about these guys all day long. Team Bait Fuel and Halo Rods in the house. Walt Roberts and Robert Greenberg, you're going to want to watch this. 5 smallmouth bass that are going to go 21.76. 21.76. We heard about it on live, and wow, way to show up and show out, guys.
Blind hog finds an acorn every once in a while.
Don't be lying up here to us. Do you have one that'll go 418? That's the Mountain Dew Big Bass.
I'm pretty sure we do, yeah.
He said, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, what did these fish – let's go ahead and pick one out real quick for Mountain Dew Big, and then we'll get back to the details. They had these pretty early today. If you watch live, Jason Duran always catches up with the winners, it seems like. He's got a horseshoe in that Phoenix. And he said you thought it would go north of 21 because you didn't trust Walt's math. You thought they would be 22 or 23.
Well, the thing was we didn't have a scale, so you're guessing. We were guessing, yeah. So
those smallmouth, did they fight a little different than those Canadian smallmouth, Robert?
Yeah, they didn't. They don't jump as much here. So back home, but mind you, we were fishing a little deeper than I'm used to back home. So I like fishing really shallow back home, and they jump a lot when they're in shallow water.
I don't know if that one jumped or not, but it's going to be the new Mountain Dew Big Bass at 501. A beautiful Wheeler Lake smallmouth. Let's hold them up out front. And I have a feeling we're going to get some dirty details just here in a little bit on how you guys caught them. I'm sure bait fuel had nothing to do with it whatsoever. There was no bait fuel in that boat whatsoever. I'm going to. I was just letting them get the big ones.
You boys just shook up the game.
I mean, holy cow. Great bag of fish, and I'm sure we'll probably talk to you in just a little bit, I imagine. But go ahead, give us some details on how this went down real quick.
So I went out earlier this week looking around, and it was tough. I'm talking about I couldn't find them anywhere. So I put on this bait, and this is no joke. I know I'm a bait salesman, but this is no joke. It's called a blip minnow, and it's a hex tech bait. I put it on and started to throw it around, and they were killing it. And we didn't catch any big ones. We were catching spots and little smallmouth. And we rolled up on a place today that I caught one big one on. And in 45 minutes, we had almost that. We called twice later in the day.
That was a pretty daggone good start to the morning and a pretty good end of the day. We'll see if it holds up. Roberts and Greenberg absolutely blowing the doors off this thing. Now we got Thomas Shelton and Matt Adams, boat number 24. We spent some time with them on live. Imagine who did that, Jason Duran. 1498. I mean, you guys sounded like y'all were having a good time this morning on live.
Yeah, we had a chance at making a good run at it. We needed 2 more bites, and it just kind of shut off on us. We probably should have died where we were at, but we tried to make a run back, and there's just boats everywhere. Couldn't get on nothing that we found in practice. So after that little flurry we had this morning, we were pretty much done.
And we heard you mention there were 28 boats around you guys at one point on live. Jason Duran counted, so pretty good crowd sounded like.
Yeah, it was wide open up there for sure.
For a first Saturday in November, a little crowded on Wheeler Lake. 408 on a Mountain Dew Big Bass. Go ahead and hold a couple of those up. Thomas out front for Jared. Great job. I'm going to have you guys in 5th place here. $14.98 for Shelton and Matt Adams. And there's trouble coming up here next. We got Derek Hicks and Alex Davis coming up here next. 5 fish. Whoppers, Alex says. 1178. And you guys were trying to be a little incognito sliding in here in an aluminum rig this morning, I saw.
After Wednesday, I thought that was really going to work, and we caught a whole bunch of them today. Just not the right size.
Just no big ones, but this place always kicks them out. It seems like it's just getting better and better again. We went through a little lull, but it seems like it's coming back around.
Yeah, you just need to ask Walt. Just ask Walt everything.
Just talk to Walt. All right. We'll get Walt back up here in a little bit, I'm sure. Alex Davis and Derek Hicks. Rob Lee and Steve Winslet. Speaking of a team that catches them everywhere, 1109. Not the day you wanted, but, man, it's a little bit crowded out there and a little bit tough.
Yeah, we've been out here since Tuesday trying to find them out here on these flats and all. It's been 20 years since I've been here. And we couldn't get anything going. So we picked up a jig and went and found us a creek that had a bunch of laydowns in it, and that's what we caught right there. We did lose a 5 or 6 pounder that would have really helped, but we tried to catch them out there.
Just picked them apart with a jig. We like it. Thank you, guys. Chris Carden, Will Shellyak, boat 8 with 5 that are going to go 10 even today. One of those double-digit bags, but needed those Wheeler Lake kickers.
Yeah, that's more than I thought we had. It was kind of tough for us. We didn't get a lot of practice in. We both had to work Thursday, so we'll take it.
Absolutely take it. We'll see you next year. Brett Harrell, Andrew Maddox, boat number 15. 5 bass that go 12:51. It's a good day.
Better than I thought we had.
Hey, that's always when you get right here and it's better than you thought you had. That's a good thing instead of going the other way. How'd you catch those?
A little bit of everything. Caught them on top, flipping, spinnerbait, you name it.
Junk fishing on the Tennessee River. Thank you guys for fishing with us. Boat number 2, Bill Mayo, Matt Mabry with 5 fish. They go 12:05 today. How'd you catch those?
We caught them on a crankbait early.
I mean, we had a limit at 10 after 7. All we need to do is upgrade. Lost a couple. It would have, made us put us around the 15-pound mark. But we caught fish all day. We thought we had a creek to ourselves, and 8 boats were in there. And, it's like I was telling Damien, we were just kind of, after the first 100 yards, fishing used water. But like he said, these guys are all great fishermen. They're going to find them. So.
Yeah, it's hard to find something by yourself in an Alabama bass trail, that's for sure. Thank you guys for fishing with us. Up next, Damian Willis and Mark Stewart, boat number 22. The great bag of fish right here. It's going to take them all the way to third place. 16:09 for Willis and Stewart. I ran around those flats today in that fog looking for you, and I got GPS trackers and live scopes and all kind of stuff on my boat. I could never find you. You were incognito.
You found us. We just passed you about 4 different times.
You were just moving.
I said, he's hunting us, I think, because we passed him the last 2 times we took off running. We were just running around trying to find somewhere we could get on this morning. But
there were plenty of boats out there. I'll tell you what, when I get a text from Miss Kay that says, find Damien, I'm going to go try to find Damien, and I never did. So if I get in trouble, it's your fault. Tell us how you caught those.
We're just running around on the flats, throwing a top water and a swim bait, chatterbait.
Let's hold them up. Y'all know the routine. Y'all catch them all the time. Hold them up out front. Damian Willis, Mark Stewart, 16:09. He pulled a vanishing act this morning in the fog. Of course, Jason Duran finds the people that are leading and finds everybody everywhere, and I'm running around in circles like a duck with one leg on the Decatur Flats looking for Damian. Great job, guys. Boat number 17 coming up next, Peyton's. Harry Payton the second. How are you, sir? 5 that are going to go 10:28. Did you run around in circles on those flats too?
That's where I started and had about 10 boats by me. But, yeah, it was a headache. Went upriver after that and couldn't get my fish to bite. That's the smallest fish I caught all week. It's crazy. I don't know what happened to them.
They love you and leave you sometimes. That's the name of the game with the bass. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your Angler of the Year leading team right here, chasing the belts. They finished first at the Snowball at Logan Martin. Second. And then they won Weiss-Lake, getting all twisted up. Then they won Weiss-Lake. They are almost perfect. Almost perfect, an 11-point lead. And today they got 5 for 1184. We started with you guys this morning. Ethan caught a good one as soon as I pulled up. Then it slowed down. Then you had a little bit of adversity you guys had to overcome.
Yeah, we had a trolling motor issue, and luckily we had his boat here, so we swapped it out. We didn't lose much fishing time. It was a tough day. We landed everything that bit, so, we put the time in. It just didn't work out for us.
Do you think that'll be enough in this crowd?
I don't know. These guys are pretty good.
We didn't have a lot of reports from the guys in second. I did spend some time with the guys in third, but we'll leave the suspense to let this weigh-in settle out, way to battle through tough times, and fingers crossed you get to hoist some belts. Zeke Gossett and Ethan King, your Angler of the Year leaders right there. All right, boat number 10, Alan Glasgow and George Crane, 5 that go 11:51 today. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. It's a lot of fun fishing today, though. We had a good time.
Probably didn't get to swim a jig in any grass today like those Coosa River days that you like. The grass is all high and dry.
This grass is nasty, but I did swim some wood, though, and caught some in some swim jigs, so I got a feel for the braid and the swim jig this week.
I feel like I could have guessed that, Alan. Good to see you. All right, here we go. This is your third place team. Coming in, they had an eventful day, to say the least. I got to spend some time with them. Timothy and Murray Fielder, 11-13 for 5 fish for boat 43. We're going to weigh one for big. You guys had 3 fish when I saw you, but the craziest thing that happened was you had decided you were so hot in that fog, you had to jump into Wheeler Lake.
That is correct. And if all I was trying to do was really just wash the bad luck off. And if I knew it was going to be this bad, I'd ask you to bring me a bar of soap.
I just love when we pull up with the camera, we get all kind of different looks sometimes from teams depending on how their day's going. But the number one question y'all want to know is, did we get that on camera? And we pull up, and he's literally drying off with a towel. And I said, that don't look like that was fun. 461 on the Mountain Dew Big Bass. Now, you said you guys needed sun. You ended up not getting it till really well after lunch.
That 461 was a smallmouth that happened. an hour after the sun popped out. We just didn't get the sun, didn't get the bites.
Well, fingers crossed. See how this thing shakes out. Great job on a great year. All right, we got the Hurst crew coming up. Matthew and Roy Hurst Jr., 3 bass for $478. Former ABT championship winners right here. Hey, that's not what we expect from y'all. I know y'all were probably disappointed.
Yeah, it was tough, man. We didn't get on any kind of bites at all. We just kind of caught what bit, really.
And did the fog drive you crazy? Because it drove me crazy.
It didn't really bother us that much. I did a little practice, so we was all right.
Well, we'll see you guys next year. I know that. And we're going to see y'all hoist another trophy sooner than later. All right. Boat number 7. This fella right here, he is all the time catching those bass, chasing deer and turkeys all over the place. Lucas Black, 1160 today, fishing solo because you're in that big tournament next week too.
Yeah, it's the Lord blessed me this year, so I'm looking forward to next week. So it was a good practice day today, but I had to go out there and catch them, so it was a unique scenario for me. But man, I want to thank the ABT100 and this tour. It's great, awesome, well run, just smooth tournament circuit, and so I want to thank you guys, man. It's been awesome. I think you might have a lot more anglers wanting to come next year.
Well, we appreciate you being
all the chaos. You got a lot to talk about on your podcast.
Listen, buddy, there's chaos in fishing. Lucas Black, we appreciate you. I'm going to get Lucas Black on that podcast one of these days. Talk about all the fishing chaos. These guys right here are no stranger to winning on the ABT 100. They kicked things off in January with a big win at Logan Martin, Jed Lamb, and Andrew Loberg, 1474. Going to take you to 7th place, and we're going to weigh one for Mountain Dew Big Bass. And, no big deal. You've kind of been a little busy since that January win. Going to be on the Bassmaster Elite Series. It's no big deal.
Yeah, no, it's been an awesome year, especially kicking off with the ABT 100 at the beginning of the year, winning that thing. Just truly blessed to be out here competing against everybody, moving from California all the way out here. But, yeah, it's been an awesome year and flew by. It was really long, but also flew by. So stoked to have a halfway decent finish here, and, yeah, it was good.
Well, I'm glad to see you got Jed out of the dadgum duck woods in the fields. Jed, you're pretty proud of this guy right here on his year, I'm sure.
Man, I'm very proud of him. Like I said when we won that one early this year, I'm just fortunate to be able to call him a friend and get to fish with him in a boat, same boat with him a bunch, and he's taught me a lot this year.
Well, I know when we get to cover you on your live, y'all are having a good time out there, giving each other a hard time. Y'all hold them up right out here for Jared, and hold them up for Jason Duran. Great job. Jed Lamb, Andrew Loberg. Mountain Dew Big Bass right now is 501. That was 470, I believe, Smalley. Beautiful smallmouth. Jason Duran, another team he spent time with today. Just mark them all off the list. He gets all the fish catchers all the time. Lamb and Loberg. Those ducks are in trouble now, Jed. I know that. He's headed right back after them now. All right, I got to spend time with this fella right here on live, my buddy, Justin Atkins. He had me running around in circles in the fog trying to find him too. Here we go. Our second 20-pound bag today. Justin Atkins fishing solo, netting them by himself, catching them by himself. 20-44 going to take him all the way to second place. Are they all smallmouth?
No, we got one trash fish in there.
One trash fish. Now, that's a drum. I saw you catch a couple catfish, so you got a big largemouth in there.
Yeah, we ended up catching one largemouth, a lot of catfish, drum, spotted bass. Caught a little bit of everything today.
You were pretty dialed in. Now, Mountain Dew Big Bass right now, 501, Justin, 501. Now, you said on live you thought you had a smallmouth around 5.
Yeah, it's close. I think it was like 490 on my scales or something, so it'll be worth putting on there.
All right, let's see. Now you're fishing the Toyota Series Championship next week. This was a pretty good start to practice, I would say.
Yeah, no, it was good. I went out here today, and obviously I hadn't been able to be on the lake, so I just went out there and fished the conditions, and it seemed like everywhere I pulled up there was a big one, so it was a lot of fun. The Lord blessed me today.
No practice because it was off limits. No partner because he couldn't be with you. Brand new boat that you broke in your Yamaha yesterday. I talked to you on the phone. 485 on that Mountain Dew Big Bass. You're out there catching them by yourself, and we see you on live netting them by yourself. I think that's going to be a pretty good start to the week. If the rest of the week plays out, you might have to sing on stage, Justin.
I don't know. I think that ship has sailed.
Justin is he has the voice of an angel. He won't ever share it with us. Let's hold some of them up.
Good job, man.
Well, since I held him up, I guess I get to split the paycheck. Sorry, Kyle. All right, D.D. Murphy and Dylan Murphy. 4 bass, 4 good ones for both 37. They're very alive. You took good care of them today, but one shy of the limit. 14.29 for 4. It's 4 good ones.
Yeah, it was all right. It was a little tough this morning. Figured out the fog might have hurt us a little bit, but just I had the 5th one on, just let him off. Nothing I could do.
Sometimes it is just like that. How'd you catch them?
Hey, Berkeley Jaywalker.
All right, a little topwater action. Thank y'all so much for fishing with us. All right, Zach Hester, Hunter Billingsley, 5 fish. Here, and we're going to weigh one for big. Another great bag of fish right here. 16-13, going to take you to 4th place. Hester and Billingsley, how'd you catch those?
Man, just got lucky, landed on them this morning, and then we flipped the rest of the day.
Sounds like a lot of fun picking them apart a little bit. What's this big one going to weigh?
I don't know. We didn't even weigh it. We caught it literally 5 minutes before we came in here on just flipping.
So 501 right now. That looked like a pretty good one. Here we go. 413, going to be a little shy. What kind of bait were you flipping?
Just a jig with a big salty chunk on it.
Old school. Well, hold them up out here loud and proud for Jared. And then right here for Jason Duran on the side. You boys know the drill. Hester and Billingsley all the way to 4th place. The winner today going to take home $25,000 without any contingency money. Can go well over $30,000 with that Phoenix Boats contingency, Garmin contingencies. Boat 53 will be up here in just a second. We got Walt Roberts and Robert Greenberg on top, 21.76. And Justin Atkins in 2nd place, 20.44. Just about did it. Mark Condren and Ted Paisley, boat 53. 5 that will go. 13.29. I like that hat. I'm going to whisper, go Vols. Actually, you know what? I took a lot of heat at the ABT Championship on the 3rd Saturday in October down there, being a Tennessee fan, and the game unfortunately ended after the weigh-in, so I didn't get to say, go Vols, loud and proud. So that's the first time I've said it today.
Get after old Kentucky today.
That's right. Absolutely. Good to see you. Oh, boy. The hits keep coming. Here comes old hop-along Sam George and Trey Swindle, both 30, 11.52. Sam, it's been an interesting couple days, hasn't it? I mean, you tried to use Trey as a trailer wheel chock yesterday. Now you're gimping around on a broken foot. I got to tell y'all folks real quick, these two, not the day you wanted, obviously. So we don't have to talk about that. Had a great practice.
Yeah, you could say that.
Good practice, decent practice. But last night I get a phone call from these two as I'm on my way down to Decatur. Sam's boat rolls out of his garage. Trey tries to stop it. It rolls down a hill, almost into the road. The jack stand breaks on his Phoenix, thank goodness, or it would have ended up in the road. Ends up in a ditch. But in the process, it runs over Sam George with both tires. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why Mr. George is limping so bad. And you told me it was a 7 out of 10 on the pain scale on live today. Sammy, did it get any better or is it worse?
We're at a 9 now. I'm going to have to drive home left-footed.
Okay, you better let the LOB drive. See you boys down the road. It's always an adventure with that team. That is for sure. Boat 48, Weston Hardeman, Eric Kerfman, 5 fish. I'm going to go 7.56.
Better than nothing.
That's right. And, hey, you're smiling and laughing. That's all you can do. It's fishing.
It was a good day, man. It was a grind, but a lot of short bites. But we called 2 or 3 times for a whopping 7 pounds. But brought in a limit, so I'm happy.
No doubt about it. That's the name of the game. We'll see you guys next year. Oh, I didn't even see you. We got Slick Johnson coming up. You're fishing solo, too. There's a lot of solo anglers because of this Toyota series coming up. Going to take him all the way, watch this, to second place, 2051. There was a lot of talk coming into this that 16 pounds was going to be good, 17 pounds. We're on our third 20-pound bag. How'd you catch those?
I was dragging a worm, and believe it or not, sometimes I say it's better to know what not to do. My practice taught me what not to do. And I just had one place that had fish, and luckily I didn't have Brent with me. And it worked out. But I want to say something. I've traveled around the country with my son this year to all different tournament organizations, different everywhere, and we're spoiled with the ABT because everybody was talking last night like, "What time are you gonna get there? What time are you gonna get there?" Well, when you're fishing any other tournament, you got to get there 2 hours early, but the logistics for the ABT, you just get there 30 minutes early and you cruise right on in, and it's awesome. And I think, the people around the country, they don't understand when we go around the country and talk about how awesome it is, we're spoiled.
It is. We are definitely spoiled. And you're very spoiled because you caught a 694 to go Mountain Dew Big Bass and take Mountain Dew Big Bass. Goodness gracious, let's hold those up. Split the money too. That's what I told Atkins. If I got to hold them up. All right, here we go. Scott Dollinger and Garrett Warren, 4 fish that go 1260s. 4 of the right ones for sure.
Yeah, I only had 7 keeper bites today, and I fished by myself, and I didn't have a net in the boat, and I had one close to 4. I was scooping, and she slipped out my hands, and it's just one of those days. It's been one of those years for me. I'm looking forward to taking a break next year, doing something a little different, and yeah, I've enjoyed it this year, though.
You going to slow down a little bit next year?
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to entering the workforce. I fished the Opens last year, and I got a little burnout on it this year, but I'm still planning on fishing the 100s next year. Love this trail, awesome trail, and I look forward to next year.
We hope you're going to be back, man. We love seeing you around, Garrett. Thanks for fishing with us. Michael Geiger, Jake Aiken, 5 fish for boat 32. They're going to go 13.53. That's a good day out here on a tough bite.
It was tough. I had one giant smallmouth snap my treble hook in half after jumping the 3rd time. And for a while.
They're so mean.
Outrageous.
They'll just break your heart. We appreciate you guys fishing with us. All right. Here comes more trouble. Scott Canterbury and Terry Stevens, 5 that are going to go 19.02. The bigs are starting to show up and show out here. Former Bassmaster Elite Series angler, come on, you don't get to run off without you. We're fixing to. You got one that'll beat 694. Slick Johnson had a 694. How did you catch those? We saw you on live. You're throwing top water. You were talking about the fog. Both of you unanimously said, we hate the fog. We don't think they can snare a bait. When the sun popped out, did it help?
Maybe a little bit, but once it slicked off, it got tough again. But we caught them all. Well, I guess we caught them all on top today, so it was fun. I mean, we caught 10 or 12 fish, probably 15, maybe 14 or 15 fish. I don't know, but needed 1 or 2 more big ones.
I mean, 19 pounds on a tough Wheeler Lake could take it all day long. Hold them up out here for Jared, and then right here for Jason Duran. Scott Canterbury, Terry Stevens, 19.02, and lost a big smallmouth right off the giddy this morning. Great bag. The hits keep on coming right here. Tim Hurst and Mark McKegg, 5 fish. We go 13-46. You're shaking your head. It was tough out there today.
It was tough on us. I mean, that's what we've both caught in practice every day. Tim had one really good day practicing out there scoping, and we pretty much did that all day long and caught a lot of fish, a lot of 2-somethings, just we never caught a 3-pounder all day.
Need some of those 694s.
If you had a prize for all 5 fish weighing the exact same amount, we would kick tail in this thing today because every one of them was the same size.
I'll work on that for next year, Miss Kay. I'll tell her we need everything weighs the same pot for Mark and Tim. All right, these guys were in second place in the Angler of the Year race. Coming into today, Paul Davis and Josh Chappell. Both 35, going to have 13-42. You guys were all over the place today.
Yeah, we made a little run this morning.
Little poke. I get a text from Miss Kay telling me who to go find. And she's like, you got to find Chappell and Davis. And I said, I know where them boys at. I grew up in that part of the world, and I ain't going.
Yeah, it was nasty in there this morning. A lot of fog.
I guarantee it. How'd you catch them?
Just throwing a spinner bait, spook, flipping a jig.
So Zeke Gossett, Ethan King leading this thing. Had a little bit of a tough day today. 11 pounds. You caught more than them today. You were 11 points behind. What would it mean for you guys to win Angler of the Year here in these ABT 100s?
Oh, man, it'd mean everything. Against this crowd, this is good. They're the best fishermen in the country. So it'd mean a lot.
And, I mean, getting to take those championship belts to work would be pretty awesome, too. Me and Jason will wear them around all morning.
Yeah, I'll definitely be wearing them if we have a chance to.
I may Shooter McGavin them and just take them and run off with them because they're awesome. Well, good luck to you, boys. Chappell and Davis, winners at Logan Martin in the ABT South this year. Robert Robinson and Morgan Brown, 5 that are going to go. What have you been feeding those things? Listen to them over there. 1362. Those things were rowdy. Sometimes I blame Daniel. I don't think they like Daniel Montgomery. Oh, just the live well. How did you catch them?
Buzz bait and a jig.
Sounds like old school good times.
Cover as much water as you can and hope you can find a bank. Don't have 35 boats lined up on it.
That was a chore today.
That was the hard part.
That was the hard part. Thank you, guys. Great job. All right, boat number 92, Big Daddy himself, Lee Pitts, and Steve Engel, 5 that go 11:56. You always smiling, you know it.
Man, I'm just glad to be out here fishing. You know, that's one of the things. When I get up every day, I'm just glad to be a part of it.
No doubt about it. Are them crappie biting? We don't even have to talk about the bass there. Are them crappie starting to bite?
They're starting to do it, and that's one of the reasons I'm smiling too, because that means I'm fixing to be busy.
Fixing to be busy and fixing to be knocking the sides off some of them. Lee, appreciate you, buddy. Lee Pitts. All right, Will Colley, Gavin Moy, boat 46. 4 bass that are going to go $6.99 today. Not the day you wanted. Not the day like we saw you guys have at Weiss. You guys were in the top 10 over there.
Yeah, man, I feel bad for my partner. I brought Lake of the Ozarks here with me, and, man, we went through a bunch of short fish all day long, and I thought, not again.
Definitely a tough event. You fished the MPFL up there, and short fish was the name of the game for sure up there. Gavin, so you're blaming him for short fish today?
It's all his fault.
I always blame Will. I like it. Good to see you, boys. All right, Jason Kilpatrick, Keenan Connell, 5 fish today. Come on up here, guys. 12:44 on a tough Wheeler Lake today. How'd you catch them?
Yeah, we caught them all on a worm. We caught someone on a trap early this morning, but they were all small. And actually, all day was that way. We caught fish from start to finish, but just small.
Wheeler Lake is definitely alive and well. We're glad to see it by the weights. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next year. 2176, still on top, Walt Roberts and Robert Greenberg. David Ayers, Randall Barnard, 5 fish. 12:08. Great job.
You know, you finally got his name right.
I've been crushing it all year. All right, say it for me again. I'm embarrassed because his is tough. Bernard. That's Bernard. Bernard. I like Barnard. We'll go with. You've been called that your whole life. We'll go with what you call it. Thank you, guys. Some of these names, John, they just give me a hard time. It's the last event of the season. Chris Walton, Justin Walton. See, I said that correctly, didn't I?
It's close enough.
Tell them I'm great.
You're awesome.
I'm awesome. That's what I thought. 11:55. I never mess up any names.
Sure.
Sure. No, I definitely don't mess up yours. It's a lot of names, man. It's a lot of names. James Swindle, Paul Ernest. Great bag of fish right here. 1701 all the way to 5th place. How'd you catch those?
You ain't going to believe this, but a plastic worm.
Just slow and slow.
Slow and slow.
All right, hold a couple of them up out there all the way to 5th place. Slow and then slower for Swindle and Ernest on the worm. Wheelers, tough day out there, but it's showing out weight-wise, John.
Yeah, it's really showing out. I mean, we're especially with this is only a 100 boat field. We've already got 3 bags over 20 pounds, so it's showing out.
And we heard a lot of talk about how tough it was going to be weight-wise, but everybody's showing up and showing out. Here come the Dukes boys, Phillip and Bailey Dukes. 5 that go 1185 today.
Hey, it wasn't a bad day. We just needed a big one. We never got it.
That's the story of Wheeler Lake a lot of times. I know you know that well. Thank you, guys. Up next, some good old Lawrenceburg, Tennessee boys. Jason Smith, Jason Niederkes. 5 that go 12:04. And I was told we were expecting you guys. You got an area you like to fish a lot. We had a camera boat up there, and I said, I know there's going to be a white boat come see you. But with your boat number, you guys called an audible.
Yep, we stayed on this end for a while, went up there, and it's just tough. Looking a jig.
A lot of boats around, too, today.
Oh, yeah, a lot of boats.
Well, we hope we see you guys next year. That schedule's got 2 of those Tennessee River tournaments on it. Thank you, guys. Brian Adamson, Ryan Lloyd. 5 they're going to go. 1568. You probably caught them in 30 feet of water, too, didn't you?
You know better than that.
I do know better than that. How'd you catch them?
Top water.
What kind?
Spook.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You hesitated.
No, it's cost us some fish today, too. So, but, that's top water fishing.
That's those treble hooks for sure.
It's been a fun week. We both got to check something off our list. We both got to catch a smallmouth, and it was fun.
So that was the first time catching a smallmouth. All right, that's awesome.
We didn't go fishing for them in the tournament because we don't know what we're doing, but we did catch one. So
bucket list marked off here at Wheeler Lake. Great job. This next team knows this place well. The Lemons, LaVoyd and Zach. 5 that go 13-11. No, you probably had this one circled all year long.
Yeah, it was circled. The fish were there. I just didn't get them.
Just couldn't get them to go.
No.
How'd you catch those?
Most of them on top order. So a few on a worm, but mostly on top.
Well, we appreciate you guys and hope to see you again next year. L.J. Brown, Rodney Isbell. 5 fish. How are you, sir?
Doing good.
You're always doing good, I feel like, and smiling up here.
Always.
11:31. Just needed a couple of those 694s like we saw.
Yeah, well, we had a chance to bust 20, but we had 3 over 4 get off today, so that happens.
What were they biting, and how were you? Why did you let them go? I guess I should ask.
All flipping in the dirt.
Well, those aren't supposed to come off.
No, they ain't.
Sometimes it's just not your day. We'll see you down the road. Tim Vettingman, Tony Campbell. Another good bag here on Wheeler Lake, 1509. How'd you catch those?
Flipping, every one of them.
We're hearing a little bit of that.
Yeah, all day. How about
what kind of bait are you flipping?
We were using structure bugs mainly, and we had a ball. I don't even know how many fish we caught today. It was unreal.
So what kind of cover are you attacking when you're flipping? Because the water's low, and normally, you think that pulls them away from that cover.
It was rock and wood, and we were shallow as could be in the back of a creek.
So in the dirt. Great job. In the dirt flipping. Justin West, Cody Vickery, 5 for 13.34. How'd you catch those today?
top water this morning, and then we wind up flipping a little bit of stuff later on in the day and dragging worms around.
I've asked a lot of guys this. The fog seemed like it hurt that topwater bite a little bit this morning, like they couldn't see the bait that good. Did you guys experience that?
It killed off real early, and we stayed too late. So that's what we had. We stuck with our game plan. Happy to have what we have.
No doubt about it. We'll see you next year. Cody Lackey, Ryan Allard, 13:41 for 5. That's a good day on a tough lake.
It was tough. It was tough. We had a better practice both days. But
You think the fog hurt you? I know I sound like a broken record, but man, it seemed like it changed things early this morning.
we stayed right here the whole time.
You didn't burn a lot of gas.
No.
Close to the ramp.
Close to the ramp.
You were trying to get funnel cakes over here. All right, Thomas Roach, Kevin Williams, 4 fish, 8-13.
Some exercise coming up here.
That's all you're doing, and gone. Boat 65, a man that knows a lot about this, Jimmy Mason and David Pear. They've got a lot of success in the ABT 100s. 5 that are going to go 10, 12. I have to say the typical MC thing. Not really the day you want him, because I know that you know this place very well.
Yeah, not the day we wanted. Just didn't get any big bites today. Caught a ton of fish, just didn't get the big bites.
We have GPS trackers, and this morning every time I pick up that iPad, I felt like you were here and y'all were there, and then you were over here. Y'all burned some gas in that Phoenix today.
A little bit. Ran around, and but like I said, we caught a lot of fish. Just didn't catch the right ones, but yeah, we burned some gas.
In the fog, just running around crazy.
Yeah, just trying to keep from doing that left circle in the fog,
That's exactly right. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next year. All right, I think we're going to take a quick break if you're watching at home, and we'll be back to sort things out here at the ABT 100 at Wheeler Lake, Decatur, Alabama.
The Alabama Bass Trail 100 Series is sponsored by Rapala, VMC, Crush City, and TH Marine.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
we truly love the sport of fishing.
That's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
I leave nothing to chance when it comes to hooks. They are the most critical part of the equation.
This is truly the best hook I've ever used.
Thinner, stronger, slicker, all the pluses that you really want in a hook. That red line right in the roof of her mouth, exactly where you want to get them.
When you have the opportunity to create something good, you might as well make this great, and I think that's what we did with the Red Line series of hooks.
In the relentless pursuit of domination on the water, one name stands above the rest. TH Marine's Atlas Jackplate. The power behind champions since 2007. The driving force that propels you to victory. More winners choose Atlas. For the fisherman who demands the best, Atlas delivers. Because every move counts. More winners choose Atlas.
Big companies get bigger and bigger and talk about their fancy labs where they study fish behavior. But then they all go golfing on the weekend. We don't have a large laboratory to test baits. Why, you ask? We don't need a big laboratory because our pros fish, our employees fish, our salespeople fish, our suppliers fish, our mold builders fish, our owners fish, and our kids fish. This is our laboratory. Our R&D comes from time on the water, learning how to make fish bite. We don't have other hobbies. We fish. We fish all year in all conditions across the whole country. All that time on the water brings us thousands of hours of testing new products and improving current ones for all species. We're a family-owned U.S. company that has many of our products made in America by American workers. The products we don't make in America, we make in Guatemala, which supports many families in that country as well.
If you've been at Jack's as long as I have, you know what gets people in Mobile excited. Bacon! We're putting a whole heap of bacon on our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. 6 slices of crispy hardwood smoked bacon with 2 all-beef patties, cheese, and our tangy southern barbecue sauce. Y'all, that's a lot of bacon.
Oh, I can handle it.
It's Bacon Mania with our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. Or try our classic Big BLT or our Chicken BLT today. I'm Carrie Jackson, and I'm all about the South.
The Alabama Bass Trail 100 Series is brought to you by Phoenix Boats, Landers McClarty Chevrolet, McGraw-Webb Chevrolet, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
We truly love the sport of fishing.
that's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
Here at Landers McClarty Chevrolet, it's time to pick your offer on a new Chevy Silverado 1500. That's right, pick the offer that's best for you. Choose rates as low as 2.9% for 72 months, or how about up to $12,000 off all Silverados? They have the best selection in years with over 500 pre-owned vehicles available. Big store, big on savings, and big on customer service. Visit LandersMcClartyChevrolet.com.
Welcome to Minnow King. How can I help you?
Everything looks good. I'm friggin' starving, man. Been spawning all morning.
Ugh, TMI, bro. What do you want?
I'll take a Crush City freeloader and gizzard shad.
Anything to drink.
Water.
Pull ahead, please. Welcome to Minnow King.
We're gonna have what he's had. Yeah, throw me in a Ned BLT, too.
Pull ahead, please.
Calm down. Quit feeding him so much.
Hey, man, I'm trying to, man.
If you overfeed him, he's gonna hide under a log.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
Stetson Blaylock, Todd Auten, Hank Terry, let's go!
Garmin LiveScope, I tell you right now, if you don't have it, you are behind. It's just wild. It's like a video game.
If you do not have that Garmin LiveScope, you are definitely missing out.
Bassmaster Classic Champion!
If you've been at Jack's as long as I have, you know what gets people in Mobile excited. Bacon! We're putting a whole heap of bacon on our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. 6 slices of crispy hardwood smoked bacon with 2 all-beef patties, cheese, and our tangy southern barbecue sauce. Y'all, that's a lot of bacon.
Oh, I can handle it.
It's Bacon Mania with our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. Or try our classic Big BLT or our Chicken BLT today. I'm Carrie Jackson, and I'm all about the South.
Live coverage of the Alabama Bass Trail 100 Series is brought to you by Garmin, Power Pole, Big Bite Baits, Mountain Dew, and Yamaha.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
We truly love the sport of fishing.
that's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
Here at Landers McClarty Chevrolet, it's time to pick your offer on a new Chevy Silverado 1500. That's right, pick the offer that's best for you. Choose rates as low as 2.9% for 72 months, or how about up to $12,000 off all Silverados? They have the best selection in years with over 500 pre-owned vehicles available. Big store, big on savings, and big on customer service. Visit LandersMcClartyChevrolet.com.
Some things ain't worth keeping. Yesterday's traditions, today's adventures, tomorrow's memories. Now that's something worth keeping. Fish Alabama and find your keeper.
For more information, visit fishalabama.org.
Things you let me see. Things you let me see.
If you've been at Jack's as long as I have, you know what gets people in Mobile excited. Bacon! We're putting a whole heap of bacon on our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. 6 slices of crispy hardwood smoked bacon with 2 all-beef patties, cheese, and our tangy Southern barbecue sauce. Y'all, that's a lot of bacon.
Oh, I can handle it.
It's Bacon Mania with our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. Or try our classic Big BLT or our Chicken BLT today. I'm Carrie Jackson, and I'm all about the South.
All right, welcome back to Ingalls Harbor, Wheeler Lake. Stop number 3 of the ABT100 presented by Phoenix Boats. And up next, we've got Nolan and Robbie Spencer with 5 that are going to go 1268 today. You're shaking your head. Disappointed.
Very. Couldn't find the big ones. Wow.
There's a lot of that today. And Wheeler, we were just talking, you see a lot of 9, 10, 11-pound limits. Really, that separator is 12, and even that 13-plus here and just takes one big bite to get there.
Never got it.
Well, we appreciate you guys. Enjoyed it this year. I'll see you next year. All right, Eric White, Eddie Jewell, boat 96. These two guys got a lot of experience here. 10-16. It shows today. You forgot the experience today. Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know what went on. Thought we had something figured out. Cloud cover stayed around too long for us, and it just didn't happen.
That fog, I've talked about it. Everybody listening to the weigh-in, watching the weigh-in is tired of hearing me say it, but it was so strange. It moved in, and it did seem like it shut down a lot of bites for people.
It did. I found some fish flipping boathouses downriver, and they just never went under the boathouses.
Well, we appreciate you guys and hope to see you back next year. Don't leave me hanging, Eric White. Come on now. Thank you, guys. Chad Hall, Clint Nail, boat 89. I knew which one of you it was right whenever 13:43. How'd you catch those? It was a good day out there.
I don't think it was real good, but
well, I mean, considering it was tough.
It was tough. Caught a lot of small fish. Got one good one, but nothing to go with it.
Well, we'll see you next year. I have no doubt. Good to see you, Chad Hall. Kelly J. Lanier Burton winners on the Alabama Bass Trail. Another good Wheeler bag of fish. Going to put them in the Pro Guy Batteries leaderboard top 10 right now, all the way to 7th place, 16:48. I saw you down there. Looked like you might have been throwing that signature bait here is that jerk bait around.
Yeah, we were catching them on laydowns, and we actually caught all those on a buzz bait. We threw a buzz bait probably 9% of the day, and we had to give that area a rest. So we went over and jerked a few blowdowns and gave it a rest, and then went back throwing a buzz bait again. We had some good blow ups and caught a bunch of fish, but I'm pleased with it. We had a decent practice, and so turned out pretty good.
16 pounds on a buzz bait's a really good day. Hold a couple of them up out front, Kelly J. In the top 10 right there, 16.48. Rusty White Jr. and Brian Elder with 5 Wheeler Lake bass. That will go 11.23. Your hat says only bigs, and you're shaking your head because them wasn't only bigs.
Right, did not catch only bigs today. That was the goal, and we swung for the fence and clearly didn't make it connect.
Sometimes you hit a single instead of a grand slam. Thank you guys. We'll see you down the road. Here comes a guy that's hit some grand slams this year. Hit the biggest grand slam in bass fishing, that 2024 Bassmaster Classic. Waylon Mullis and Justin Hamner, 5 bass. Very alive. You've been feeding them all day long. Something 15.33. They've been in that Halloween candy. I saw that picture of you out there trick or treating.
Yeah, we had fun. That was rough, wasn't it? Don't let your daughter pick out your outfit. That was a bad mistake.
Yeah, that made its rounds through the bass fishing social media. Hey, that's a good. You a girl dad? That's a good girl dad right there. I like it, Justin.
Yeah, if she tells me to do something, I'm doing it. I don't care. But yeah, it was fun out there today. We caught a bunch of fish this afternoon. They started biting a little bit. Old Walt Roberts. I don't know where he is, but we need to check that lie detector.
Yeah, check the polygraph. Check him for steroids, maybe. Him and Robert. I don't know. I heard they were drinking bait fuel, Justin.
That's all they do. That's all they do. No, it was a good time. We're ready to come back and do this again next year. Great organization.
Well, we appreciate that. Real quick, have you gotten used to, and I know I asked you this at Weiss Lake, but I feel like as the year winds down, you need to be asked this a lot. Have you gotten used to being called the 2024 Bassmaster Classic champion just yet?
I don't think I'll ever get used to that. I mean, it's such a dream come true. I don't know. I just want to be 25 now, too.
Just be 25?
Yeah, 25 Classic champ.
I'm with it. Well, is he... has he changed? That's what happens when people get famous. I mean, is he asking you to make him sandwiches, or is he just the same old Justin?
Yeah, no, I've always had to do that.
Oh, okay. Man, he's always been a diva. Okay.
Yeah, he's special.
Who knew this? Justin Hamner, the diva. Yeah. We know better than that. Yes, Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for fishing with us and for the kind words right there. Bradley Jones and Brooks Goza. Looks like another good bag. Boat 93 Solo. It's going to get you in that Pro Guide leaderboard. Top 10 right there all the way to 6th place, 16.94. By yourself, just showing up and showing out.
Yeah, it was fun today. I'm a Coosa River guy and went and fished like I was at the house. Caught them all. My boat was setting like 1.4, and I was throwing shallower to hit the water, and they'd blow up on it.
Throwing a buzzbait?
Swim jig.
Oh, swim jig. I should have known when you said Coosa River. Now, what are you swimming that jig around? I said this earlier to Alan Glasgow. A lot of the good stuff's out of the water.
Yeah, there's a place or two where there's some things that grow, and there's a little bit of water left on it, and that's where I found the fish.
All it takes is enough to get over the backs, right? Hold a couple of those up. Great job. All the way to 6th place. Right there. I'm starting to see a pattern today. If you fish by yourself, you're bringing it. I don't know. I'm telling you. Introducing the new Alabama Bass Trail Solo Trail.
We may break some weight.
Yeah, no doubt. It's like they're mad at their partners for not being here. They're like, I'll show you, and I'm going to take this check and go to the house. We have 3 in the top 10 right now. fish solo. Sam Long, Jason Atkins, 5 bass, 1167. Did you fish by yourself?
No.
So but he's not here, so you can blame him.
Well, yeah, he stayed in the boat, but we had a really good practice. I actually missed 2 huge fish this morning. I mean, heartbreaking. It would have been a lot different. A lot different day.
Now, were those fish on top water?
Yes, sir. One of them was. The other on the chatterbait. It just come unbuttoned. You know, the top water, it got me wrapped around a log, and it one of the treble hooks in there wrapped around the log, and the treble hook hooked, and the fish just twisted off.
You know, it sounds like they didn't want to come up here and see John and Daniel. If you'd like to blame them, there they are. Sometimes it's probably their fault.
Got to be their fault.
That's what I would say. They didn't want to come to weigh in. Tough break. We'll see you next year. Hunter Hayes, Alex Alford. Good bag of fish right here. Going to be just shy of our top 10. 5 bass to go, 1590. How'd you catch those today? Great job.
We caught them on a spook this morning in the grass, and then we caught them on a spinnerbait. But just never could get that kicker fish, but we were happy with it. You know, we're Coos River guys and come up here and have a good tournament, so we were happy with that.
I'd say so. And catching them old school spinner baiting and on a spook, I think that sounds like a pretty good Saturday to me. Great job. All right, we are winding down here. We got a lot to decide. Over $100,000 will be paid out today here on Wheeler Lake in this ABT100 stop number 3 presented by Phoenix Bass Boats. $25,000 going to our winner. Right now on top, Walt Roberts and Robert Greenberg, 21.76, all smallmouth bass. In second place, you got Slick Johnson, 20.51, flying solo today. Justin Atkins in third place, flying solo, 20.44. Scott Canterbury, Terry Stevens in fourth place with 19.02. James Swindle and Paul Ernest in fifth with 17.01. Bradley Jones, Brooks Goza, another one of those solo teams, 16.94 and 6. Seventh place, Brian Stifler. Wesley Gore, 16.53. In eighth place, Kelly J. Lanier Burton, 16.48. Ninth place, Zach Hester, Hunter Billingsley, 16.13. And rounding out your top 10 right now on that Pro Guide Batteries leaderboard, Damian Willis, Mark Stewart, 16.09 in 10th place. The tanks are empty. I think Darian said it was going to take like 13 pounds to win this, so he was wrong. I actually think we all said around 18 pounds. Jason, is that not what you said? Jason said 20. He said 20 after he found Walt Roberts and Robert Greenberg. He edited the story. Jason writes for the website so he can get in there, Control Alt Delete a bunch of stuff. All right, we're double checking some things. Believe we've got all teams all back. Do I read the stories? Yeah, I'll read them, except for the ones Jason read. Thing that Jason writes. Get Jason Duran and Darian Craig up here, the live team. Oh no, we got more trouble coming from this way. So come on. Now wait a second. You competed in this event, correct?
Well, if that's what you want to call it.
Well, I heard you guys blasted off late. No surprise there. But where are the bass, Amanda?
I don't know if I can say this. Some jackass.
Who?
Some jackass.
I don't know that you can say that. We'll ask Miss Kay. She'll allow it.
Okay, so he backs up. We would have been on time.
Somebody messed you up? Was it Jason Duran?
I think so.
Jason Duran, why did you do that to Buck and Amanda?
Right? We were 59 or something.
Somebody told me that you guys might have stayed at Buffalo Wild Wings for a while last night. Not today.
No longer than John.
No, I don't know who John is. I don't know this John you speak of. So did you guys just have a tough day?
Yes, but we won practice.
Well, hey, next year we're trying to get an award going for the best practice.
We win.
Would you like to blame Buck?
Absolutely.
Okay, as always, Buck and Amanda. Where's Buck at? He's hiding from you. Oh, I see him over there hiding. You're always blaming him. We appreciate y'all fishing this year, though.
Man, we're on the waiting list for next year.
Well, you woke up late.
Always late. Mander's always late. But, I mean, we thought we were going to get a new boat, and then I didn't think we'd have a boat for the first one, but now we're not getting a new boat. So
John Simpson, everybody. You just got blamed. Scales are closed. Scales are closed. So it looks like right now, 21.76 all smallmouth. Buck and Amanda Williams, you're not in the top 10.
Shit.
And I just got fired. Amanda just got me fired. Well, Miss K, for the record, I didn't say it. It wasn't me. All right, Walt Roberts and Robert Greenberg going to take the win, 21-76 on top. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back to do our favorite part, John. For the last time in 2024, we're fixing to hand out some hardware, hand out the Happy Gilmore checks, hand out the real checks, and then guess what? We're going to go watch the Tennessee Vols play football.
Well, I mean, you can go watch Tennessee. I'm going to watch that team that's number one in the SEC, the Aggies of Texas A&M.
I don't even know what's happening anymore. We'll be right back.
The Alabama Bass Trail 100 Series brought to you by Halo Fishing, Net Bait, Bait Fuel, and Snag Proof.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
We truly love the sport of fishing.
that's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
Here at Landers McClarty Chevrolet, it's time to pick your offer on a new Chevy Silverado 1500. That's right, pick the offer that's best for you. Choose rates as low as 2.9% for 72 months, or how about up to $12,000 off all Silverados? They have the best selection in years with over 500 pre-owned vehicles available. Big store, big on savings, and big on customer service. Visit LandersMcClartyChevrolet.com.
Nobody wants to run out of power when they're on the water. There is a better way. Introducing the Charge Marine Power Management Station from PowerPole that does the work of 3 devices: a traditional battery charger, a charge on the run, and an emergency start system. PowerPole Charge.
Let's go!
Ooh, I love it.
Let's go! I think we should get some more.
She got it good too. T-boned it.
Let's go!
I love it.
Cheers! Let's go.
If you've been at Jack's as long as I have, you know what gets people in Mobile excited. Bacon! We're putting a whole heap of bacon on our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. 6 slices of crispy hardwood smoked bacon with 2 all-beef patties, cheese, and our tangy Southern barbecue sauce. Y'all, that's a lot of bacon.
Oh, I can handle it.
It's Bacon Mania with our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. Or try our classic Big BLT or our Chicken BLT today. I'm Carrie Jackson, and I'm all about the South.
The Alabama Bass Trail 100 Series is brought to you by Phoenix Boats, Landers McClarty Chevrolet, McGraw Webb Chevrolet, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
We truly love the sport of fishing.
that's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
Here at Landers McClarty Chevrolet, it's time to pick your offer on a new Chevy Silverado 1500. That's right, pick the offer that's best for you. Choose rates as low as 2.9% for 72 months, or how about up to $12,000 off all Silverados? They have the best selection in years with over 500 pre-owned vehicles available. Big store, big on savings, and big on customer service. Visit LandersMcClartyChevrolet.com.
Welcome to Minnow King. How can I help you?
Everything looks good. I'm friggin' starving, man. Been spawning all morning.
Ugh, TMI, bro. What do you want?
I'll take a Crush City freeloader and gizzard shad.
Anything to drink.
Water.
Pull ahead, please. Welcome to Minnow King.
We're gonna have what he's had. Yeah, throw me in a Ned BLT too.
Pull ahead, please.
Calm down. Quit feeding him so much.
Hey, man, I'm trying to, man.
If you overfeed him, he's going to hide under a log.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
Stetson Blaylock, Todd Auten, Hank Terry. Let's go!
Garmin Live Scope, I tell you right now, if you don't have it, you are behind. It's just wild. It's like a video game.
If you do not have that Garmin Live Scope, you are definitely missing out.
Bassmaster Classic Champion!
If you've been at Jack's as long as I have, you know what gets people in Mobile excited. Bacon! We're putting a whole heap of bacon on our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. 6 slices of crispy hardwood smoked bacon with 2 all-beef patties, cheese, and our tangy Southern barbecue sauce. Y'all, that's a lot of bacon.
Oh, I can handle it.
It's Bacon Mania with our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. Or try our classic Big BLT or our Chicken BLT today. I'm Carrie Jackson, and I'm all about the South.
Mr. Atkins, you've fishing solo today. You said you had no practice, brand new boat. Just talk about, you said you're fishing the conditions.
Yeah, no, we got here this morning. I couldn't even blast off with everybody because our practice didn't start till 7:10 or 7:09 or something. So I rigged a few rods and idled out this morning. Everybody had gotten where they want to be, and I just rode down the lake. And we had good cloudy conditions, and that always seems to be real conducive to smallmouth fishing here. So I just pulled up anywhere I thought there may be a smallmouth, something that looks good, and kind of started figuring out a little deal to look for, and turned out pretty good.
So since you didn't practice, I'm sure you had stuff that you remember, like places you wanted to pull up on that maybe people were on, but you just truly just went practicing.
Yeah, basically. And I always make a joke that I always catch them the best the first day of practice, so I just wanted to treat today like it was a day of practice, and I haven't been lying to y'all.
Awesome. Good job, man.
Appreciate it. Good to see you.
Weighing over 20 pounds with a great old biggin. How'd you catch him?
Caught all of them dragging a worm, believe it or not. I went down and fished a topwater spot I hadn't been to in a year because practice was so bad. I guess I learned where not to go. But I actually had 2 places that had fish, and one of them I could see boats all over it. So I got to the other one. I didn't catch a fish on top water this morning, and I came back and started dragging a worm and caught one pretty quick. But I mean, it was 11:45 before I caught my 5th fish.
Wow.
I only caught 9 fish all day. It was miserable. It was slow, but
What do you think the fog does to them?
I don't think it hurts them. I think if anything, it helps them because it keeps it kind of cloudy all day, you know. And that's what I was worried about. I was thinking, man, these guys that found them on top water, they're going to be able to catch them for 2 or 3 hours, you know. But I don't know how the guys that's leading caught it. But I had planned on catching some on top water, but I didn't get a bite.
Interesting. Well, still got 20 pounds. That's a good job.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys, y'all just weighed in over 21 pounds. That was the rumor on live. Off your arm scales and see how big they weigh. Awesome bag of fish. Walt, to start with you. You've won here before, different time of year, but just talk about how cool that's going to be able to have that was a springtime win you had before, right? Springtime and now in the fall.
Yeah, I mean, we did that in the spring, and I've spent a lot of time down there, as you know, and I now live in South Mississippi in redfish world, but hey, it's God's country up there, and it'd be cool, man. It kind of set up the way I needed it to, and it worked out.
Yeah. You talked about your Canadian smallmouth are different than these. Just totally different, or is there anything that's similar as far as fishing for them up here?
I don't know that it's that different. We were fishing a little deeper than I would be fishing back home. I'm not really a live scoper. I like fishing really shallow and just making super long casts and hoping to get them. And actually, we did that a little bit today too. And we caught them on a few different net bait. We have our new Hextech series out. So he was catching them on the Blit minnow, and I was catching them on the Echo Shad. So they're both finesse baits.
Yep.
And they work.
They work. Awesome. Well, y'all proved that. Good job.
The Alabama Bass Trail 100 Series is sponsored by Rapala, VMC, Crush City, and TH Marine.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
We truly love the sport of fishing.
that's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
I leave nothing to chance when it comes to hooks. They are the most critical part of the equation.
This is truly the best hook I've ever used.
Thinner, stronger, slicker, all the pluses that you really want in a hook. That red line right in the roof of her mouth, exactly where you want to get them.
When you have the opportunity to create something good, you might as well make this great. And I think that's what we did with the Red Line series of hooks.
In the relentless pursuit of domination on the water, one name stands above the rest. TH Marine's Atlas Jackplate. The power behind champions since 2007. The driving force that propels you to victory. More winners choose Atlas. For the fisherman who demands the best, Atlas delivers. Because every move counts. More winners choose Atlas.
Big companies get bigger and bigger and talk about their fancy labs where they study fish behavior. But then they all go golfing on the weekend. We don't have a large laboratory to test baits. Why, you ask? We don't need a big laboratory because our pros fish, our employees fish, our salespeople fish, our suppliers fish, our mold builders fish, our owners fish, and our kids fish. This is our laboratory. Our R&D comes from time on the water, learning how to make fish bite. We don't have other hobbies. We fish. We fish all year in all conditions across the whole country. All that time on the water brings us thousands of hours of testing new products and improving current ones for all species. We're a family-owned U.S. company that has many of our products made in America by American workers. The products we don't make in America, we make in Guatemala, which supports many families in that country as well.
If you've been at Jack's as long as I have, you know what gets people in Mobile excited. Bacon! We're putting a whole heap of bacon on our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. 6 slices of crispy hardwood smoked bacon with 2 all-beef patties, cheese, and our tangy southern barbecue sauce. Y'all, that's a lot of bacon.
Oh, I can handle it.
It's Bacon Mania with our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. Or try our classic Big BLT or our Chicken BLT today. I'm Carrie Jackson, and I'm all about the South.
Live coverage of the Alabama Bastria 100 Series is brought to you by Garmin, Power Pole, Big Bite Baits, Mountain Dew, and Yamaha.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
we truly love the sport of fishing.
That's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
Here at Landers McClarty Chevrolet, it's time to pick your offer on a new Chevy Silverado 1500. That's right, pick the offer that's best for you. Choose rates as low as 2.9% for 72 months, or how about up to $12,000 off all Silverados? They have the best selection in years with over 500 pre-owned vehicles available. Big store, big on savings, and big on customer service. Visit LandersMcClartyChevrolet.com.
Some things ain't worth keeping. Yesterday's traditions, today's adventures, tomorrow's memories. Now that's something worth keeping. Fish Alabama and find your keeper.
For more information, visit fishalabama.org.
You let me see. Things you let me see.
If you've been at Jack's as long as I have, you know what gets people in Mobile excited. Bacon! We're putting a whole heap of bacon on our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. 6 slices of crispy hardwood smoked bacon with 2 all-beef patties, cheese, and our tangy Southern barbecue sauce. Y'all, that's a lot of bacon.
Oh, I can handle it.
It's Bacon Mania with our new Ultimate Barbecue Bacon Burger. Or try our classic Big BLT or our Chicken BLT today. I'm Carrie Jackson, and I'm all about the South.
And we're back here at Ingalls Harbor to wrap things up, our favorite part. And for the last time this season, we're going to hand out some hardware and hand out the checks, starting with third place. He flew solo today, and he's also practicing for another tournament. Not a bad day of practice for Justin Atkins, 2044 today on Wheeler Lake by himself. We saw him doing work on live, even trying to net him by himself. That was fun to watch. Congratulations, good job. Go right over here. You're gonna get that trophy. Hold up both trophies. $10,000. That's a pretty good practice day for Justin Atkins. He's got some of those trophies at home already from the ABT100, him and Kyle Dorsett. Justin, we don't have to tell Kyle about this if you don't want. I can take that other half if you'd like. He's been watching all day. Okay, well, Kyle, sorry. John Simpson told me to say that. Justin Atkins right there. All right. I want to remind everybody, this is a team tournament, okay? But this gentleman right here fished by himself as well with 20.51 and the Mountain Dew Big Bass of 694. Slick Johnson finishing in second place, flying solo here on Wheeler Lake to finish out this 2024 season. Gonna take home $12,500 and some hardware. John, do you think you and I might, these extra trophies, they're just laying around.
I think you and I will have one in our man caves tonight.
I think so. I think that's how this should work. That's how this season should end. We should get the extra trophies. I'm calling Brent Crow and Kyle and just tell them sorry. They lost their second and third place trophies. Good job. He's not getting, no. I'd put him on a chain or something sick. All right. And last but certainly not least, with 2176 of beautiful Wheeler Lake smallmouth bass, Walt Roberts and Robert Greenberg Team Bait Fuel going to take home all the money. And unfortunately, both trophies. I don't get one of those trophies. $25,000 for Walt and Robert. This is Robert's first time in the winner's circle. This is not Walt's first time here in the Alabama Bass Trail. 2176. Get you $25,000. Not a bad Saturday. John was supposed to bring fireworks and he didn't, guys. We apologize. It's supposed to be Roman candles this final tournament. Got the Garmin bonus as well. No, I know. I've been trying to negotiate that. Or a cut, you know. All right, I said at the beginning of this weigh-in, we've said it all day on live, we had a lot to sort out in this final event, and this is, if you ask anybody that fishes competitively, winning Angler of the Year in any circuit is no easy task, especially against this group of anglers. It contains former Bassmaster Elite Series Angler of the Years, Bassmaster Classic champions, local legends, and just certified fish catchers from all over the country. And winning this by 3 points. And we had a two-way tie here for second place, but winning by 3 points. Paul Davis and Josh Chappell take home the belts. The ABT100 2024 season here, presented by Phoenix Boats. These guys got their first ABT win this year on Logan Martin in the ABT South. They work as hard as anybody out there, and they are deserving of this title. Congrats. They take home the belts and all the bragging rights. ABT 100 Anglers of the Year. We started in January in 14-degree weather. We went to Weiss Lake in June, and we wind things up here in November. And they are the kings of the hill. Chappell and Davis. All right, and one more big prize to hand out. Thanks to the folks at Phoenix Boats, their Phoenix Payday Program, $2,500 going to the highest finishing Phoenix boat owner that pays to run a Phoenix boat. Damian Willis going to take home $2,500. Had 16:09 today when Mark Stewart finished in 10th place in the event, was able to take home an extra $2,500. Thanks to the folks at Phoenix Boats. Good job. He's also very sneaky. I talked about that when they weighed in. I looked for him for about an hour this morning on those Decatur flats, and his Phoenix is invisible a lot of the time. Great job.
I'll take that one. I'll give you a real one over here.
All right, that is going to conclude this 2024 Alabama Bass Trail season. We appreciate everybody hanging out. We appreciate everybody fishing, everybody that watched live all year, and to the ABT family and crew, thanks for all y'all do, and we will see you in 2025 at Lake Gunnersville for the first Alabama Bass Trail 100.
Alabama Bass Trail 100 Series is presented by AmFirst Credit Union and sponsored by Phoenix Boats, Landers McClarty Chevrolet, McGraw-Webb Chevrolet, Jax, Garmin, Rapala, VMC, Crush City, Pro Guide Batteries, Mountain Dew, American Baitworks, TH Marine,